Hello. Okay, I didn't do it last night, but I mentioned that I was likely going to be doing a video where I talked about the things that maybe aren't so great that I've been avoiding talking about, focusing on all the good things. And while there are a lot of good things, there's a few tough things. Number one, I'm lonely. I love being able to have the freedom to eat where I want and when I want and not, and wander aimlessly through the town or along a river or through a museum without anyone else's timeline being of concern. I like sleeping as late as I want. I like taking as long as I need to get ready or not. But I miss socialization, is how my friend Kelly put it when I told her about this last night. I liked Paris better than I'm liking Annecy. Annecy is beautiful. The lake is beautiful. The little old town with the water running through it is beautiful. But it's more remote, and I get the impression that this is a tourist town, but it's a tourist town for French people. It's kind of like our Breckenridge in Colorado, or the people who take a vacation to Florida in the winter to get a little bit of sunshine. So it's a place where people from other parts of France come because it's beautiful to see a different place and just relax. But that means that everyone speaks French here, and there's a lot less cultural mix. And because of that, I've run into a couple situations where people are rude. I get that I don't speak French well enough to hold down a long conversation. You know, I know how to place my order, ask directions, ask where something is, but not enough to, hold a full conversation. And when I don't understand something, I fall on nervousness and just revert back to English. And even the French that I did learn keeps leaving my head whenever I get anxious. So I spent a few months doing some French lessons to learn the basics and work through a book. And yet when I'm in a nervous situation, confronted with trying to remember things, it all leaves my head. So then I feel like, well, what the hell? I just wasted all that time trying to learn something, and now it's not there and I can't access it. So last night, after my paddle boarding and boat ride and all that stuff, I went back to the hotel and got cleaned up because I was all salty and sunscreeny and everything. And I thought, well, it'd just be easier. There's a nice restaurant in my hotel, so I'll just go down there. So I get dressed real quick and go down there, have something to eat, and then go to sleep early because I had started early yesterday and had a busy day. So I get down to the, check-in counter, whatever, for the restaurant, and the woman just starts speaking very fast French, and I just asked her to repeat what she said in French. I said, "Répétez s'il vous plaît," and I just said it, I thought, in a kind way. And then she said in English, very curtly, "Do you have a reservation?" And I said, "No, sorry, I didn't realize I needed one." I'm staying here at the hotel. I thought I could just come have dinner. Now, let me explain that I looked around, and the inside part of the restaurant had about 20 tables, 1 of them occupied. The bar had 5, 0 occupied, and the patio had about 15, 1 occupied. So her attitude to me seemed a little excessive, considering they weren't busy. It's not like I was going to tie up a huge area and just one person, they could stick me in a corner somewhere. And she just made me upset. So anyways, I didn't know what to do about it at the time, so she sat me and brought me water and proceeded to tell me the chef's special in French very fast, which I got most of. I understood it was rabbit cooked somehow, but I didn't get all of it. And then she says, "Do you understand my French?" In English, again, very harsh. So I said, "I'll just look at the menu." And she walked away. And I just sat there and I was about to start crying. I just was so upset. I don't understand what I did that was either offensive or upsetting, or maybe she was just having a bad day. But I just left. I just got up and walked out, and I went back to the pizza place that I had gone the night before and just ordered a pizza and took it back to my room and ate it by myself. And I'm fine eating by myself, but she upset me, so then that just sent me on a bad. And anyways, it was upsetting. And that was when I messaged Kelly telling her I missed her. And then this morning I get up and Robert, my stepdad, who I adore, sent me a message saying he had watched one of my past videos and was worried about me. So he just asked if I was okay. And I haven't answered him yet because I'm worried that I will wake him because it's too early for there to be with the time difference. So I didn't want to answer so I don't wake him up. And I am okay on the whole. I'm enjoying seeing the sights and things. I just don't have anybody to socialize with, to sit and have a meal with, and that's hard. So I warned you I was going to be emotional. So anybody who made it this far, thank you for listening. At least I feel like I'm talking to someone now. When he mentioned that I seemed upset in that video, I had to go back and watch it. And to be honest, I don't rewatch them, right? I film them and then I upload them and then I call it good. So I haven't actually watched myself in any of these videos after I post them. And I don't know that I want to now, because now I did watch one and I don't know, maybe not all the way that I'm actually feeling is coming through. I'm sugarcoating things, or I'm focusing on parts of the day that are great and not acknowledging the parts that aren't. So maybe this is just a lesson in being more honest with how I'm feeling, and maybe I'll feel better because I get it out. And so I will try to work on that, but I don't want him to be all, emotional and mushy and sad and whatever. So I'll try to keep a good balance. So all that said, thanks for listening.